the sonnet, How Do I Love Thee, which is sonnet number 43 out of the collection of Elizabeth Barrett Browning's sonnets. And I'm Dr. Shyaonti Talwar, who is engaging these sessions with you. Right, so let's look at the poet first. Elizabeth Barrett Browning was born in the year 1806, and she had a relatively short life because she had various kinds of afflictions. So she passed on in the year 1861. She was married to the noted poet Robert Browning, who is one of the canonical poets of English literature. But interestingly, during her lifetime, Elizabeth Barrett Browning was a critically more acclaimed and renowned poet than her husband Robert Browning. In fact, she was even older than him. And Browning was an admirer of her works, and that is how they fell in love. And then they eventually got married. And during her lifetime, Elizabeth Barrett Browning even was considered, which was very rare in those times, to consider women for public positions, and that too for such prestigious positions. But her work was so good that she was even considered for the position of poet laureate. She proved to be an inspiration for later poets. For instance, the great American poet Emily Dickinson looked up to her as a role model. But the truth remains that Elizabeth Browning was afflicted by poor health throughout her life. Very early on in life, she fell off a horse and she damaged her spine. And later, she also had a cardiac problem, which is why she was not physically very active. But she made the most of her sedentary life, and she was a great scholar of Greek and classical literature.